The idea of a cross-country Volvo isn't new. In fact, it's been around since 1997 when the V70 first got the all-wheel drive treatment. But with the V60 consistently appearing in the top 3 of Volvo's best sellers, it makes sense to bring the two together. The cross-country package gets you a 65mm increase in ride height, giving it 201mm of ground clearance, plus high-profile tyres, wheel arch extensions and a unique grille, as well as more obvious touches such as the fake skid plates in the front bumper, another in the rear with rather neat integrated exhaust tailpipes, plus a pair of scuff plates on the sills. The rest of the look is V60 business as usual, and that's no bad thing as we quite like the high-shouldered look and the way it flows into the fabulously well-detailed rear lights that give the car an appealing light signature at night. We should also take a moment to mention that Volvo's adaptive headlights are excellent. The interior is just as we'd expect from Volvo, so that means well-bolstered seats with an incredible range of adjustment, something that's true for the steering wheel too, plus the company's now familiar floating central stack. Everything is angled nicely towards the driver, a requirement some rival manufacturers appear to still not have learnt how to do properly, while the all-digital instruments are super clear and have a choice of 3 different styles, all of which come with a neat set of animations. Also available is Volvo's excellent Sensors Connect system, which offers a pretty decent navigation function, plus DAB digital radio, the ability to play music from a variety of sources including a built-in hard drive, an extensive trip computer, a range of vehicle settings, and this being a Volvo, a long list of safety features. We also like a few of the more interesting connected options, such as the ability to book a service from the car itself and the fact the owner's manual is built into the system. Rear seat passengers sit slightly higher than those in the front, the idea being it gives them a better view, although tall passengers may find the sloping roofline cuts into headroom. That said, comfort is good, even on long journeys, and there are neat touches everywhere, from the air vents built into the door pillars to the pop-out booster seats for young children. Cargo space is a useful 557 litres, with some extra space under the floor unless you spec the optional spare wheel, with space increasing to 1,241 litres with the seats folded, which they do in a convenient 40-20-40 arrangement that makes it easy to carry long loads. Engine choices for the cross-country are limited to a trio of diesels, starting with a pair of 2-litre Drive-E 4-cylinder units with either 150 or 190 horsepower, both of which are available with either 6-speed manual or 8-speed automatic transmissions. Perversely, given the cross-country name, both of these are 2-wheel drive only. If you want all-wheel drive, you'll need to specify the 2.4-litre 5-cylinder unit, which although it comes from the previous generation, is still a fabulous engine. Sounds great too. So are they any good? Well, the D4's a bit of a peach in our eyes, with loads of low-down torque and little in the way of lag, although we will say we wouldn't object to a touch more soundproofing. The 6-speed manual can feel a little rubbery at times, and the change from first to second on our car wasn't the smoothest, although other gears were fine. Personally, I think we'd opt for the 8-speed automatic. It has no impact on performance and little impact on economy either, and as it feels like it was almost purpose designed for the new D4 engine, we think it makes a good match. Once up to speed, the cross-country begins to illustrate what its name is all about. If you need to drive literally across the country, the V60 will prove to be a willing companion. That means both wind and road noise are well insulated, and the suspension does its job of filtering out even the worst bumps without transmitting much noise into the cabin. To be clear though, it's no sports car. There's little feedback through the steering wheel, body roll is quite evident, and there's plenty of understeer if you try steamrollering your way through corners. But that's not what this car is about. If you're the kind of person who regularly takes a bunch of mates and a stack of mountain bikes hundreds of miles across Europe, there are probably few more capable cars than this for doing all of that in comfort. A car like the V60 Cross Country was always going to be something of a niche. But as we've come to expect from Volvo, they've identified their target market's requirements, and then they've delivered.